On behalf of the bride, groom, and myself, I want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate Brittney and David. I'd also like to take a moment. Where's my Aunt Shelly? Where's my Uncle Bill? Oh. I want to thank them for putting together this beautiful wedding ceremony and a wonderful reception for all of us to enjoy. We appreciate all your hard work, time, love, and support. Thank you. Okay. Brittney, you look absolutely gorgeous. But in Taylor's words, you look drop dead gorgeous. David, you look pretty cute too. Once I became old enough to babysit, watching Brittney, Clay, and Kyle kind of became my summer job. One day after my Aunt Shelly already came home, I was holding Brittney and I literally dropped her. I was absolutely devastated. I cried and I ran. Now that she has graduated from Fresno State with her bachelor's degree, received her teaching credentials, and recently just completed the master's program, I guess that wasn't such a bad thing, right? Let's see. David, ever since you came into Brittney's life, she has truly became a different person. The love you two share has completed her. I know I've liked him from the beginning. We definitely share a very common love, and it's not Brittney, it's drumsticks, the ice cream. Now that I'm pregnant, it's always awesome. I love ice cream, but even now, so I think we both will always have drumsticks in our freezer. Since I'm not able to toast, I brought drumsticks for me and you to toast to. No oh, great. Pass them down? No, it's for you. We were just talking about this too. I'd like to share a quote really quick by Dave Willis. Great memories don't happen by luck or by accident. They are the result of a consistent investment of time, thoughtfulness, forgiveness, affection, prayer, mutual respect, and a rock-solid commitment between husband and wife. I'd like for everyone to raise their glasses, and in my case, drumsticks, and toast to Brittney and David. May your happily ever after be just the beginning. I love you guys.
Thank you very much, Heather. We would like to offer that microphone on over to our best man. Let's put our hands together for Dylan.
Oh, dear. Oh, Davey. Me and Dave, we've been friends for quite a few years. Drop the chair there. That's weird. But it's funny how we met in high school, freshman year, playing football and stuff like that. But I was never David's cup of tea. He was kind of hanging out with some other guys, and I didn't really hang out with him, and so he was a lot cooler than I was. And I don't know what it was, but somehow we ended up being best friends. But me and my wife, we started dating in high school, and then it was her senior year, and she came up to me it was after her floral class, and she told me, there's this kid sits behind me, puts his feet on my desk and shakes it. And I'm just like, that sounds terrible. I told her, I was like, that is the word. Who is this guy? Who is it? And then and we go, and it keeps happening, and all of a sudden Ashton points it out to me, and I'm like, oh, that's Dave. She's like, yeah, I hate him. I'm like, oh, that's not very good. And I really don't know how me and Dave actually ended up being best friends, but it happened somewhere throughout that point. Ashton hating him and we're best friends now. I don't know why it worked out like that, but it did. Gotta find what else I'm saying here. Yeah, she actually enjoys Dave now. But Dave, I don't know if there's some of us there last night. And Dave said the whole ride or die together, bad boys. That's what he used to always say, and it works for us because we both got in fights together. Whether Dave was opening his mouth too much or something, I don't know, but that's what happened. And then one time at the Golden One on gear, Dave actually decided to open his mouth to me, and we actually got in a fight with each other. And yet, here we are today, still best friends. So, he hasn't tried that again, so you know who the real winner was of that. And my dad last night, he made the comment like, hey, this Dave kid, he keeps showing up to my house. I don't know how to get rid of him. And I honestly didn't know how to get rid of him either. He would ask me, hey, Dylan, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sitting at the house. Okay, I'm on my way. And then 2 minutes later, here he comes. And I kind of told my dad, I'm like, I don't know what to do. He shows up. He's a nice guy. I mean, I just can't tell him to leave, But David, that was the part about David is you could, no matter what, you can call him and he would be there. No matter what you needed, anything, whether it was, I don't know how many times he would come out in the middle of the night and irrigate with me, or we'd be working on the pull truck, and no matter what, call him to come mow my lawn, and he was there to mow my lawn. That's the kind of guy David was, so, huh? Was it Chicano Dave. That's what that was my dad's name for him, was Chicano Dave. Maybe that's why he kept coming back. I don't know for sure. But I went off to school after high school, and Dave hung out around here for a while, and whenever I'd come back, and it was always normal. Well, then Dave ended up going to Kansas, and I was in Oklahoma, and it was like the perfect mixture. And it like my wife says, David, we can never get rid of him. He was always the third wheel. And we love that about him, but we both kind of thought we're going to Oklahoma. David, he'll stay there. Well, it wasn't the first weekend David decided to go to Kansas that he drove all the way to Stillwater first and showed up at our house, and we had to cook for him that night and then take him around town. You love the kid, but he's always going to be there, and that. That's the good thing and the bad thing about David. And then after college, me and Dave both, we finished college at the same time, and we drove home together and everything, got tickets coming home in Colorado, wherever it was. But we come home, and I go to work for a place, and Dave stays around here, and I'm living with me and Ashton, we're living in a little house. And it's a 2-bedroom house. This thing's smaller than the bathroom over here, and there was no room for anybody, but Dave, he'd be there every night. And he would tell me, Dylan, what do you need for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know, Ashton's cooking, and here no matter what, chips and salsa, whatever it is, Dave's showing up with it. So, I keep going back to it. You can never get rid of the guy. But that was the best part about him, because no matter what, if he did show up, I told him, hey, we got to go do this or that, unless it's with anything animals, because David doesn't do that. You couldn't get this guy to grab a steer or a goat or to rinse off a calf, nothing. David's not going to do it. Nope, don't like that kind of stuff. So, David, when you finally met Brittney, I was hoping that it was, I was so happy that there was not going to be the third wheel anymore. Like you said, David was my best man at my wedding, and he talked about being the third wheel, and he was so happy that, and he just loved us that he could be the third wheel. Well, David, I was happy that you were our third wheel, but I'm happy now that Brittney has came along and you're not our third wheel anymore. I love you, but you know what? The Sunday night dinners is I'm good with. So, Brittney, this place is beautiful. You did a wonderful job. And we all know David, he had to have a word in some kind of thing because he's just that kind of guy. He can never just let anything go. But, Brittney, he's all yours now. No more third wheeling. David, I love you. Brittney, I love you even more. Let's have a toast to these two. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dylan. We would like to invite up to the head table the parents of our bride. Put your hands together for Bill and Shelly Hopper. Come on up, you guys.
Really? Really? 4 months? I got it. I want yours.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Come on with it. Let's roll.
First off, whoa. Yeah. No, I thought that was pulling loud enough. I'd like to thank everybody that came out for this special occasion. You know, I got it. Can you hear me now? Okay. So, I got it. I should have said it last night at the little function, but I'm going to go with it tonight. So, my daughter had been acting a little strange. I looked at her mother and I said, "Hey, what's going on with Britt?" I haven't talked to her a lot. So I was sitting in the office one morning. I seen this thing. A father and daughter don't see eye to eye, but in the end, we're heart to heart. So I send it to her. Not 30 seconds later, I get this thing. "Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I want you to meet somebody." I was like, "Whoa. The hell's that about?" "Okay, well, your mom and I are going to Monterey for the weekend." Blah, blah, blah. So we get back, and lo and behold, here's David. I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah, normal situation. Okay. So then a couple of weeks later, months. Okay, we'll call it months. I thought it was weeks. Felt like weeks. My daughter calls me. She goes, "Hey, Dad, I want you to come down and watch a show down at the Las Vegas Fair, blah, blah, blah." So I'm like, gosh, okay, yeah, no problem. I get down there. Who's there? The third wheel. I'm like, whoa.
You're welcome.
Okay. How you doing? You know, I bet David. It's all good. Yeah, sure. We go to, let's go to Hilmar and have a pizza. Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. Oh, Javi's there. How'd I recover? So anyways, we get in and David shoves over a drink. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, good man. Good job. And then another one. And then they inform me that they would like to move in together. I'm like, wow, really? This is a little quick. Okay, you know. Yeah, usually my daughter does what I ask her, but, you know, hey, right? That's a good one. So anyways, we go through the whole thing, and it's been really good. And then all of a sudden, we're asked to go to dinner at BJ's in Modesto, and I'm like, wow, man, that's on the other side of Modesto, you know. "Oh, you know, we just want to go have dinner with David's parents." And I'm like, that's weird. That's a long ways away. We can meet in Turlock, you know. And then, so we have dinner, and everything went well, great. And then we're walking out, and all of a sudden, Brittney and Shelly are like going off to find a car. I'm like, okay. And David looks at me, he goes, "Well, Bill, you know, I'd like to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage." And I was like, wow, really? 2 crowns? And here we go again. Really? Couldn't ask me this shit when I didn't have a bus? Wow. Okay, you picked a perfect time. So, anyways, the next day they go up to Pinecrest. It was really cool. And for the several months now, I've been trying to figure out, I knew David was a good guy, really a good guy. Trying to figure out what is it about him that I really like. And the other night we were out here setting up, and Dorothy, the owner of this establishment, she goes, I called Dave the other day, and he was in Carmel doing his thing over there. And he goes, I told him I got a flat tire. And 20 minutes later, somebody was there to fix my flat tire. David went above and beyond to make sure somebody was there to take care of it. And that is the young man I want in my daughter's life. That will go above and beyond to make sure my daughter has everything she needs. Very impressed, very happy to call you my son.
Thank you, big guy. I appreciate you. I love you. Know that.
Okay. To both of them, tough times are ahead, good times are ahead. Your mother and I have been some really tough times and some good times. 27 years later, I'm still in love with the same woman I fell in love with 27 years ago. That's what it takes, bumps and bruises, and you keep moving forward. All right? So, Dylan, top that shit, bitch. So, cheers to the newlyweds. We love you.
Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Hopper. We would like to finally pass the microphone on over to our guests of honor, finishing our speeches. Please put your hands together for Brittney and David.
I had that same thing happen. It's okay. I got you.
Is it on? Test it.
It's on.
Okay, so we just wanted to first off say thank you to Grandma Dorothy for allowing us to have our wedding here. We've always wanted an outside wedding, and this place was absolutely perfect and met every standard and was just picture perfect for everything David and I had envisioned. To my aunts, Dina, everybody who's helped set up and clean the last couple of days and make sure everything was what we wanted, we thank you for that. We really appreciate it. To Jeremy, I don't know where he's at. Oh, to the boss man himself. So when we first got engaged, I was like, I have zero patience to plan a wedding, nor do I have the time. And I thought no one better than Jeremy to help us. He has the eye for everything. And so we asked Jeremy to be our planner, and he has been the biggest help for all of us. Even though when he had to get on us, yeah. Even when he had to get on us about stuff, or like, no, you don't do it that way, and I'm like, well, I have no idea, so just tell me and I'll follow. To my Aunt Cassie and Dina for doing the beautiful fruit tower, and everyone who assisted in that. It was absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, and to David, my dad pretty much put it, the timeline, with his cousin Sammy's here. Sammy, stand up. Where's she at? We owe everything to her. So we went through the credential program together, and Sammy for months was like, you have to meet my cousin, you have to meet him. And I was like, I don't really do blind dates, that's a little weird. And I was like, I'm a lot to handle, not the nicest sometimes. I don't want to ruin our friendship for your cousin. She was like, no, he needs a cute redhead that will put him in check. You're perfect. And so months went on, and I was still like, absolutely not, Sammy. So she's like, we graduate in a month, and I'm still going to text you every day to date my cousin. So I gave in, and David messaged me on Instagram. David was so nervous, he sent the message 3 times. I was like, what a creep. And so I was trying to play it cool, and I was at Amanda's house, and she like saw a random number on my phone. She's like, who you texting? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure who it is. So we went on our first date, and I had Kelsey, Frankie, and Amanda on standby to like get me out in case it was going south. So I was like, if I just text you a blank message, start calling me and say there's a family emergency. Well, it turns up, went to dinner, went out to have a drink, and I was gone for like 4 hours. And I had a million missed calls and text messages, and we're like, who is this guy? Are you alive? Like, where'd you go? And the minute I met David, I knew he wasn't going to go anywhere because I tried to, like, play it cool, like, I don't need a second date right away. And he was like, no, we're going on Thursday. And I was like, oh, okay. And as stubborn as I am, if he didn't say we were going Thursday, it probably would have been weeks later. But I just want to thank David. You truly are my better half. And you, although I put you in check, I think you calm me down more. I'm definitely not the calm one. But I love you, and you mean the world to me, and I'm so thankful that God put you in my life for a reason. So cheers to that. And to my grandparents, thank you guys for everything you've done in my life, always sticking by my side. You guys have a tribe to put up with all of our cousins and aunts and uncles, and you guys set the perfect example for love. And to my mom, you truly are a saint. I do not know how you put up with myself and my 2 brothers. You always tried so hard to have a home-cooked meal on the table, and Dad being the biggest kid of them all, someone had to ruin it. And usually someone got sent to the room, you ended up leaving, and it was like, eat by your guys' self. But we truly wouldn't be the Hopper 5 without you, Mom. You ran us around like crazy while Dad was making sure we had everything we needed. But you truly are a saint, and we wouldn't be the Hopper 5 without you. You're the leader of the pack. No. And Dad, your speech is later, but Frank Charles, who married us, my cousin, my best friend, my shoulder to cry on, someone who would always call me in Fresno and was like, hey, like, you good today? Like, do you need anything? And I would drive all the way home to get Pizza Plus in Hillmar just with him because I needed, like, a break from life. So, of course, we wanted you to be a special part of our day. I think you would have looked cute in a green dress, but the tux looks really nice, too. So we thank you for being able to marry us and be a special part of our day. So thank you.
Well, Brittney thanked about everybody here, so let me just, first I want to thank everybody that let this night happen. There was a lot of work put into every little part of this. Okay. So we are putting this whole wedding together and getting the guest list together, and Brittney said, I got this cousin, I got this cousin, I got that cousin, my aunt this and this and this. And I said, okay, well, I got about 10 family members coming, so. But then it got me thinking, there's so many people here today that are family to me, you know. They helped me be the man that I am today, and I just want to thank all you guys that let me in their house and let me hang out with my buddies, and there's so many people here today that just took me into their homes and just loved me like I was their own son, basically. So I thank all you guys, and I'm a better man because of it. I want to thank my parents for the beautiful night we had last night, and for, I guess, raising me right, because everybody today has been thanking me and saying how great I am. And I guess, I mean, it goes back to you too, and I really appreciate that. And to my grandparents, I love you both more than anything in the world, and you guys do so much for me. But I went from a family of about 10 to a family of hundreds, it feels like. And let's just say I'm ready for the challenge and bring it on. But thank you all. I love you guys all for coming. And let's all burn this place down.